Welcome to Be Adventures. I'm Bryce.
I'm Elise.
And today we are going to give you our top 10 list on how to plan a Walt Disney World vacation.
Yes, this is one of my favorite things. You're going to have to hang on with me. I am getting over a cold. But yeah, this is one of my favorite things to do when we're going to Walt Disney World is plan out our vacation. I know a lot of people, sometimes it can be intimidating. So I hope that these tips will really help you.
So let's get started. We're going to go over to the tip master herself and let her give you her best ideas.
So this video, I'm going to be breaking down the top 10 tips, kind of introduce it, and then go over some screen shares so you can kind of see how I'm exploring that and so you can explore a little bit on your own. So let's get going with number 1. Pick the best time of year that suits you and your family's needs. This is super, super important when you're planning Disney World vacation because you need to think about what's going to work best for your family. For me and my family, November has always worked out best for us. November, October, at the end of October. It's really nice weather-wise, crowd-wise. It's awesome. Usually when I talk to people that have had a tough time going to Disney World, didn't have the best experience, typically it's in the summer because it's super crowded, it's hot, it's humid. It's not the best experience for them. So just kind of be thinking about, okay, what's going to be best for my family? And also like time off and things like that. January is another great time to go. So just kind of be thinking about crowd levels, and what's going to be best. So what I'm doing here is we're going to, plan my experiences, and they have these seasonal events throughout the parks. Disney has kind of broken down the different events, kind of be thinking about what do you want to experience. During summer, there's the Food and Wine Festival. And then in autumn, which is when we're going, the Food and Wine Festival will also be going, and they have their Halloween party, which is super fun. Plan that in advance. Tickets go fast. Then there's also the holidays. During the holidays, they have some really awesome Christmas parties and different events that are really fun. And then there's also in spring, there's the Festival of the Arts and the Flower and Garden Festival. So when you're thinking about the different times of year, just think about the weather, crowd levels, different events that you want to experience. That's going to be best for you. Tip number 2, pick how many days that'll work best for you and your family or whoever you're going with. There's 4 parks, and then there's also 2 water parks, and so many things to experience. So it's really up to you how many days is going to work best for your schedule, and what you want to do. Do you want to go to the parks? Do you want to go to Disney Springs? Do you want to go explore the other hotels? There's so many different things. So just be kind of thinking about, okay, what do I want to focus on? So just right below where we were on that page, scroll down, and then Disney's actually put together how many days do you need. So in one day, this is how many things that they believe that you could experience. And then for 2 days, how many different parks, the different attractions, maybe how many shows can you catch? Again, this is kind of on average. It really depends on what you want. 3 days, and then it goes all the way up to 5+. Honestly, in my honest opinion, I believe that each park really needs its own day. There is so much to experience. Rides, attractions, events, shows, so many different things that I would suggest 1 day per park at least. Honestly, the more time, the better. But hey, I'm on a budget. I can only afford 4 days this year in the parks. But then we're going to go and explore because we like to explore the different resorts. We like to go to Disney Springs, go try different food. Like there's so many different things. And honestly, we really love when tickets were a little bit cheaper. We loved doing a hopper pass so we could go to Epcot and eat around the world each night, which was really cool. So again, look at your budget, what works best for you. But there is so much to do at Disney World. I really suggest, at least a week. But if there's one park you specifically want to go to, then just, you can spend a day or 2. Tip number 3, pick the best resort option for your vacation. This is a huge thing. Where you stays really does matter. My family, we have always stayed on property just because of the different perks. There's so many perks to staying on property. The transportation all around Disney World is free. All you got to do is get on the bus in the morning and it'll take you to wherever you want to go, and it's just the best. You also can have extended hours in the parks. We'll get into that. But there's just been some really great options, and Disney has different tiers and different levels. So I'm going to places to stay, and I'm going to start out in the value resort hotels. There's also a campground and you can camp there. And it's beautiful. I mean, it is like Disney styled camping. There's some different like cabins you can do too. So you don't have to like bring a tent or things like that. But you can too. So these are the value ones. These ones are more affordable than, say, the deluxe ones. But again, all up to Disney standards. It's not like it's uncomfortable to stay at any of these. They are all beautiful. I picked specifically the Disney Art of Animation Resort. So I clicked on it. There's all the different things you can look at: the room rates, the dining, the recreation, amenities. You can look at the map to see how far away it is from things. But like I said, there are bus systems, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, I want to be right next to Magic Kingdom. I mean, you can if you want to. But like there are buses. It is nice sometimes to be able to walk into the parks. But yeah, here are the room rates. So you can kind of go through and see what the different rooms are like. What are the different options? They have some family suites here that are beautiful, that are different themed. I mean, there's like a cars area and all the different things. It's really cool. Okay, so now let's go to the next level of resorts. This is the moderate resorts. Again, really great. Just kind of the next tier up. Different perks, a little bit more resort styled. But honestly, all of these have pools and all the amenities that you would want. And again, you can filter by price range, by resort, location, so where you want to be, the different categories, and also just the different transportation options, right? If you're by Magic Kingdom, you could use the monorail, which is really cool. So kind of be thinking about that. Okay, now we're into the deluxe. And so this is actually where my family and I stay, just because we have Disney Vacation Club, and we'll probably make a whole different video about that. Love Disney Vacation Club. So here are just some different options here. We're going to the deluxe villas. So that's actually what we get with Disney Vacation Club, because we have villas that we can rent. Or stay in. So I'm going to go to Saratoga Springs, since that's where my family and I are staying in 2 weeks. We're really excited. So I'm going to go over to room rates just to look, and then kind of scroll down, and you can see there's different studios, which is 2 people. There's villas, so there's a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom. All 6 of my family are going, so we're doing a 2-bedroom. And honestly, it's very roomy. It's very nice. So here are some pictures you can go through. You can look at the rooms. So that's a Murphy bed that comes down. Kitchen. I mean, these deluxe villas, we're just going to have our food delivered. So we're going to be able to have breakfast in the room, save some money that way. And very comfortable. I mean, it's bigger than some apartments I've been in. And it's been really awesome. And they have some food that you can go and buy in the lobby area. They really want me to take that survey. Not today. And so you can look through even like some different 3D videos and things like that, to kind of look at what the different rooms look like. So again, every single resort has this type of opportunities to look at this online. So you really feel like you can make a good decision about what's going to be best for you and your family. And there's some really cool places. I mean, there's the new Riviera. There is the Animal Kingdom, where you are staying literally on a savanna where animals are outside of your window. Really cool. So again, explore, take some time, watch some other YouTube videos too of some walkthroughs. That's what I do, to try and figure out what's best for me. And so I'm just kind of rolling through. There's dining. There's so many different dining options at every single resort. We also like Saratoga Springs because it's close to Disney Springs. So you can walk there, and they have a ton of food. Here's some different activities that you can do. Some really cool pools, campfire activities. Sometimes there's like movies on the lawn. Pretty cool. And here are just the different transportation options, just some different amenities. Some really good things to kind of be looking at too, to make sure that it's going to be best for you and your family. All right, number 4, explore transportation options. My heart is sad. This is the first time I'm going to be at Disney World and not have the Disney Magical Express. But there are some really great other options that are affordable. Unfortunately, not free like the Magical Express, But we're excited. We're going to make another video about our experience with the option that we chose. But that's the first one we're going to start with here, is that we chose to go with Mears Transportation. It was suggested by Disney, and the prices weren't that bad. So I just looked up Mears Transportation, Disney, and it came right up. And so there's two different options. There's Standard and Express. We just chose Standard. It's, everyone's in there, and then they drop you off at the different resorts, and then you're going to put in all your flight information. And so these are the different prices. So with Bryce and I both, round trip, it was $62, which was pretty affordable. And these are the different hotels that they go to if you want to pause here and just kind of see all the different resorts they go to. And then they also have a great FAQ question area, just about some different questions you might have. We're excited to try these people out. They seem very responsible on it. We're excited. Like I said, we'll make a video about it. Disney also had a transportation question on their website. And so I did want to say I looked at Lyft about when we were going to go, and it was about $60 just one way from the airport to our hotel. So when I looked at that and 62 round trip with Mears, and I knew that I was going to have a ride to make sure I got to the airport on time, when I'm going home, that really helps seal the deal with us. Also, you can, rent a car, especially if you're going to go to other locations in Florida. But those are the different areas that we looked at. All right, the big question, number 5, determine how many days you want to spend at the parks. Me personally, I go to the parks for the rides. I am all for that, but also the food. So again, something to really think about. How many days do you specifically want to dedicate to the parks? Like I said earlier, I really suggest 1 day per park at least. There is so much to do and see. So luckily Disney, again, on their website has put together some really great information. So I'm just kind of going to roll through that and just share a little bit about my experiences and my suggestions. So on their website, again, you can look at the how many days do you need. And this is really cool. So if it's your first time, here are the different main things you need to look at. If it's your first time, it really each park needs some time. And if you can, have a day that you can do one twice. I mean, Epcot, there's so much to see, so much food to eat. That I would say that and Magic Kingdom really need some time. I would say Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, those ones you can pretty much so accomplish in a day. But yeah, here's some different just categories to kind of look and see, to kind of help you see, okay, which things do I want to go and visit. Again, Disney does take some planning. If you go and are just kind of going with the flow, that can definitely work. But I do suggest kind of looking a little bit about what you want so that you can prioritize, because it's really easy to get overwhelmed with how much there is to do. And so, a little bit of planning does help. So there also are these that discover the possibilities of each park. And so just kind of breaks down what each park is about. What is the theme? Disney's all about their theming. And so you can kind of roll through, see what each park is about and see, okay, yes, I'm more interested in this one. This one I could do maybe a half day, right? Okay. Now, to really dig into it, if you want to spend a lot of time looking at these different things, you can go park by park to look at the different attractions. So this is Magic Kingdom. You can look at the food. You can look at the different experiences you can have. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is this map. And so you can click on it. And so I clicked on the Magic Kingdom, and you can go through, you can look at the shopping, you can look at just the different information. There's a picture spot. Awesome. Service animals where they can have some time. So just some things for you to think about when you are choosing which park you want to go to. Tip number 6, look at all the information for choosing which day you want to go to each park. If reservations stay in for a while, this is a huge thing. If you stay on property, you can actually enter the parks early or late, but it's only on specific days. So you really want to make sure you look at that. So if you have to make a reservation, that you know which day you want to go to which park, because honestly, there's not that many people in the parks, and you can get a lot of rides done, which is really cool. So on the Disney website, you can go here to early theme park entry for Disney Resort Hotel guests, and it kind of goes through all the different hotels that participate. Honestly, it's all hotels on the Disney World property. This is something you really want to take advantage of. Like I said, you can get a lot of attractions done early on or late at night. This is really the time to go if you really want to get some of, especially the big rides, so like Rise of Resistance or Space Mountain, anything. You really want to make sure that you're hitting those. So this is also, it goes into the different attractions that are open with those hours, and so you can see which ones you want to go on. So like the Runaway Railway, the Rise of Resistance, and then you can actually click on the different rides and it'll bring up all the information on there for you. So if you're like, oh, am I going to like this ride, you can look a little bit into it. So this is the different theme park hours. You can see for Epcot, it's open late. Magic Kingdom's open late. And so you can kind of check your time. So make sure you check that before you make your park reservations, just so you're utilizing your time, because that is super important at Disney World. All right, tip number 7, make dinner reservations and explore food options. If you're anything like me or my family, we are huge foodies. We love food. And yes, I am that person that checks the menu before you go to the restaurant to make sure there's something that I'm super excited about. It's fine. So there on the map, there's also that option that you can look at different food options. And it's super important to make reservations for some of those big sit-down restaurants because, man, do those go fast. We really want to do Sci-Fi because that's one of my favorite restaurants. Still have not been able to get a reservation. So I went back to that menu, clicked on this restaurant, the Liberty Tree Tavern, and then I clicked on menu so I can scroll through, see what the different options are. Bryce and I are both gluten-free, so I like to see what the different gluten-free options are just to make sure I'm not just going to be eating a salad or just lunch meat, But Disney's honestly awesome with food allergies. I trust them completely, and they always have really great options. So you can scroll through, you can look at the menus, make sure that, it's accommodating for you and whoever you are going with. And you can select different times, so you can look at the dinner menu, because sometimes they're different, sometimes they're the same, but, good to look at. And so, make sure you go through, look at the menus. What are the different places that you want to eat while you're there? And so you can also go to make reservations. So things to do under dining, and it says all Disney World locations. You can adjust that to, a specific park, all that good stuff. And so you can look at table service, times, amount of people you're bringing. You can also I'm going to click on Epcot because Epcot has my favorite food. Again, it's around the world. It's so awesome. The cuisine is amazing. So I can also sort by location, table service, quick service, character dining, all these different filters to really make it, the best experience for you and what you want out of your vacation. So I'm going to click over here just so I'm going more to the location I would like to see. Okay, now actually I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom. Why not? So anything with the fork and knife, you can kind of look at that. You can also scroll through just the different restaurants. I'm going to click on Rainforest Cafe. It's a good one. It's a classic. I'm going to check availability. And then I'm going to scroll down. Okay, I'm going to make a reservation. Going to click on, the time, the party size. Let's look at dinner. Make sure we adjust our dates. And you can make dining reservations 60 days in advance or 90 days. 90 days. 60. Just kidding. They just changed it. So make sure you do that right away. Because, like I said, we couldn't find some reservations. And it was difficult. So make sure you do those early. All right, tip number 8, must do attractions. Again, I'm a huge attractions person. I love going on rides. So you want to make sure to prioritize what rides you want to do. Because again, super overwhelming sometimes. lines do get long. It's just an expectation, going into Disney World. So you want to make sure you have that list of, okay, I really want to go on these rides, so that you can do that during your extra hours, or, looking at your app to see when the best time is to go. So you can, again, on the same map, you can go and look at the different attractions. It's going to be these stars, so you can click on it. And so let's go to Jungle Cruise. And so you can click on it. If you don't know what it is, you can go through, you can look at the heights, what the ride is, give some more information. And so also going to be over here, okay, in Fantasyland, all the different fun activities. Something else I like to do, because I just really like to do, you can also do point of view ride-throughs on YouTube too, just to see if you would like it. So I clicked on the little link at the bottom, and this is like the paper copy of the map that you get in the park. And I love the paper maps. So this just gives you a little bit more information too, and if you want to print it out. I'm a paper person. I like to print things out. So let's go over to Hollywood Studios. Again, you can also click on the map right there. That's at the very top of the page. And you can click on the different attractions just to see, or the food, and just kind of see the different activities that you are interested in. You can also go things to do and go to the specific park and look at the rides as well. And so you can also scroll through this way. You can just scroll through every single different attraction. So this is actually in Disney Springs, all of these ones. Again, some really great things. You can rent a pontoon boat. You can do so many things at Disney World. That's why I'm saying, like, it needs some time. So you can kind of scroll through and see what you want to do. There's so much fun activities and so many fun rides. You just really utilize your time wisely and just kind of prioritize what you want to do, because you got to kind of choose what you want. You're not going to be able to experience everything in like one go. All right, number 9, don't skip online check-ins. These are super helpful. Again, something brand new. But again, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can still go to the front desk, check in, have a physical key. It doesn't have to be on your phone. But something that's helpful with online check-ins is that you actually don't even have to go and check in. You just have your phone. You can go into your room and just relax. So I'm going to my Disney app. I'm actually going to go over to my future plans, and it already shows check in. And so actually I'm not going to show what it says just because it has personal information, but it's going to ask for your contact information while you're there. When you think you're going to arrive at your resort, you can pick the different times so they know when you're going to be here. You're going to give them your, card for the room, your credit card. And there's some housekeeping services, like how many days you want them to come and check that in. There's also this hotel account pin. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Sometimes you need it to like check things out. And so you just kind of put in like a 4-digit pin. So we might have a separate video for this. I'm not sure. But another really great option to kind of cut down that time of waiting in the lobby and things, and to just sit and relax and start enjoying your vacation even sooner. All right, last but not least, number 10, have fun. Disney World is all about fun and just being able to be a kid, even if you're an adult. That's my favorite thing, is to be able to kind of check out from reality and have fun. Things are not always going to go to plan. I can 100% guarantee that something is not going to go to plan. So you know what? Just plan as much as you can or as much as you want, and just go there, enjoy, be present with the people you're with. That's why you're there, is to really enjoy yourself and have fun. Disney World is really magical, and the cast is there to help. I mean, the cast is always phenomenal and always there to just make your experience the best thing they possibly can. And so make sure, you're thanking them. And Disney World is just a really special place. And so thank you for watching our video. We really appreciate it. We hope that, you can enjoy yourself or a vacation here soon. If you have any questions about Disney World vacations, I love helping people plan their vacations. Or if it's your first time, again, sometimes it can be overwhelming. There's a lot of information. But if you want another video like this, or some more tips or some things to kind of break it down even more, I know it was a fast and furious kind of a video. There's just so much information to really make it a magical experience. So we hope you have a great rest of your day and keep on adventuring.